Everybody, welcome to another game news roundup. Today we are discussing our VGChartz estimates yet again, this time specifically on the PlayStation 5, which is moving up the best-selling video game platforms list. It's moved up 2 more spots. It'll move up another 2 by the end of the year. So, in October, our estimates have the PS5 outselling the lifetime sales of the PSP and the Game Boy Advance, moving up 2 spots. Our estimates through October have the PS5 at 82.53 million units sold worldwide. PSP sold 82.52 million, literally just squeaked over the PSP by about 10,000 units, according to our estimates. And the Game Boy Advance, which had sold 81.51 million units. So it had topped both of those. Up next for the PS5 is the Xbox 360 with 85.73 million units sold, according to our estimates. The biggest thing with the Xbox, we actually don't know we don't have an official final total for the Xbox 360. I believe the last official number was 84 million, give or take, from Microsoft. But then it was still in the market for another couple years after that. And we have it selling up to 85.73 million units. Either way, it'll top it. And then followed by the PS3 with 87.4 million units sold. And that is the Wii, 101.63 million units, but that's not going to happen until next summer, maybe. Give or take. So yeah, PS5, breaking it down by region, you're talking about nearly 30 million units sold in North America, a little bit less in Europe, 28.5 million in Europe, 7 million in Japan, and 17 million in the rest of the world. So looking here at the top list here, 10th place, PlayStation 5, 82.53 million units sold, passing again the PSP, which is now in 11th, and the Game Boy Advance, which is now in 12th place. And then at the end of the year, it'll be in 8th place. It'll likely, unless sales are down a lot more than we're expecting, it'll likely be over 90 million units sold, between 90 to 91 million units sold by the end of December, which means it'll definitely have no problem passing both of these in December. Well, definitely pass the PS3 in December 360. There is a chance the PS5 will pass the 360 in November, depending on how sales hold up compared to last year. We'll see. We're waiting on, obviously, biggest holiday's about to drop with Black Friday this Friday, and then Cyber Monday. Although Cyber Monday goes towards our December estimates. The last day for our November estimates is on this Saturday, which I believe is the 29th of November. And then it goes into our December estimates. Because our weeks are Sunday to Saturday. So yeah, by the end of the year, it'll be in 8th place, probably with 90 to 91 million units sold lifetime. Good chance of passing the 360 in November, then the PS3 in December. And then we'll see once it reaches the Wii's, 101.63 million units sold. Maybe, depending on how sales hold on next year, next summer, latest, maybe next fall. Obviously, then you see how Grand Theft Auto 6 boost sales in next November. It was delayed too, I think. And then obviously you got the PS1 just a hair after that. And then you got the PS4, which is currently launch aligned. It is a couple million behind the PS4, but it's not too far behind. And then with good deals and stuff, we'll see how things go. And obviously, it also depends, when is the PS6 coming out? I've mentioned this plenty of times. If the PS6 comes out in 2027, that'll be 7 years after the PS5 came out. I mean, the similar lifespan as the PS4, we'll see. Worst case, it's going to top 110 million sold lifetime. I think best case, 130 million is probably where it's going to end up. But it's probably going to end up within probably 5 million of the PS4, plus or minus 5 million, most likely. But obviously, it depends. Maybe this generation will last longer. The way prices are going right now, the PS6, if it doesn't launch until 2028, 2029, maybe even 2030, then sure, that means the PS5 will have many more years to sell as many units as possible. We'll find out. We might as well mention the other units consoles still on sale. We got the Switch here in 3rd place. Shipment-wise, as I've mentioned before, it was 10,000 units behind shipment-wise of the DS at the end of September. So yes, shipment-wise, the Switch has passed the DS. Sell-through-wise, sold to consumers was what we track. It has a chance of being passing the DS by the end of the year. If it doesn't, it will probably do it in January. I did the math. Where we had sales last November and December, if Switch sales are down 60%, it'll just squeak over the DS. Yeah, 60%. If it's down more than 60%, it won't pass the DS. If it's down 60% or less, it'll squeak by the DS at the end of the year, according to our sell-through estimates. But we'll see how sales go. Honestly, we don't know. We're waiting on information to come down. Sales probably won't be too hot, and probably be down more than 60%, at least in Europe. We'll see how Japan holds up. To pretty much focus on the Switch 2 and see how the US does. And if any place is going to help it, it'll be ROW, rest of the world. Places like Asia, mainland Asia, and Middle East and whatnot. Will likely be down the least year over year, but probably still be down 40 to 50%. But we'll see as more information comes out. Let's see what else is there. Other consoles, we got the PS5. Oh yeah, and I guess you could say Xbox Series X and S, which we got 33.88 million units sold. It's gonna pass the Sega Genesis in unless sales really, really bad. It'll pass the Sega Genesis in our November estimates. Become the 17th best-selling platform of all time, and then that's gonna be it. It has no shot of passing the SNES. Sales have dropped too much. It'll be lucky to squeak to 40 million units by the end of its lifetime. It'll be lucky at this point with how much sales have dwindled. It'll be lucky to squeak to 40 million. So, yeah, Series X and S is going to move up one more spot, and that's going to be it, 17th place. I mean, it's not great, but it's not Wii U or PlayStation Vita levels of bad. 13 million-ish lifetime. And then the other one is the Switch 2, which we have passing the Game Gear. And the TurboGrafx FX. Yeah, 16 that's not really saying much. You probably like, what the hell are those consoles? Yeah, that's a good question. Well, the Game Gear, if you don't know, it was Sega's answer to the Game Boy. It was a handheld. Far more powerful, but it was a battery eater. I remember, I think it went through like 6 batteries in a couple hours or something. I think it was one of the biggest issues. But yeah, 10.68 million units sold in 26th place. And where do I think it'll be? Well, it's obviously going to top the PlayStation Vita and the Wii U to become the 24th best-selling video game platform of all time by the end of the year. No problem. Can it sell another 10 million in 2 months? Yeah, probably not. Probably not to top the Master System. I'm not saying it's anything bad. It's still selling fantastically well. Obviously, we'll see. Is demand going to stay really high through the holiday, or for the fact that Nintendo had so many units shipped, that demand might be a little bit softer than expected for the holidays, which is entirely possible. So many people have picked up the Switch 2 already. Versus, oh no, a console's out. The Switch 1 was out. It was in short supply. And the supply picked up for in the holidays. While the Switch 2 has been fairly readily available, and it's currently the fastest selling video game platform of all time through, was it 5 months? June, July, August, September, October, through the first 5 months. But anyways, that's going to do it here. Mainly want to discuss the whole PS5 outselling the PSP and Game Boy Advance. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you all next time for some more gaming news, gaming sales, and gaming industry information.